Three little letters just sent shockwaves through the fashion world. HRH. Meghan Markle's flawless image just hit turbulence, and Italy's luxury scene is glued to the drama. Those letters, meaning Her Royal Highness, suddenly appeared on Aura's official post tagging Meghan at Kris Jenner's ultra-exclusive bash, and what should have been a glittering fashion moment turned into a PR disaster overnight. Aura proudly showed off Meghan in their luxe black tie sandals, sleek bow, clutch, and those glimmering love link earrings, while calling her HRH like she still owned the royal crown. That single move had everyone's jaw dropping. Now insiders say the fashion elite are ready to give Meghan a brutal wake-up call for trying to straddle both worlds, royalty and Hollywood celebrity. And here's where it gets even messier. Aura didn't just mention Meghan in passing, they went all out. They tagged her directly, listed every single designer piece she had on, and then, days later, reposted those same killer heels again. That wasn't some lazy intern move or random fan shoutout. No way. People in the fashion loop are saying this was planned, not accidental.
Dior says this is not true. They have no idea where this came from. And as I told you and your producers—
I bet it came from Meghan's team. I bet you anything it came from Meghan's team. Come on.
Every detail screams strategy. In this game, a tag like that usually means there's something going on behind the scenes. A private deal, maybe a quiet collab. Meghan rocks the look, Aura gets the exposure, and everyone cashes in on the buzz. But the real kicker? The timing. That post dropped just when Meghan's public image was already under fire, and suddenly, boom! The fashion world's gasping, the royals are side-eyeing, and the internet's eating it up. It's just too perfect to be an accident. Too sharp, too bold, and way too calculated to be innocent. Everything went down at that same exclusive party, on that exact same night, where Meghan and Harry supposedly checked the box saying, no photo consent. Yet somehow, all the Kardashian posts from that night mysteriously vanished within hours. Suspicious much.
If you could choose one thing for people to know the truth about you, what would that one thing be?
The one thing, oh gosh, what's the one thing?
That's the night fans have officially dubbed Photogate, and the drama hasn't stopped snowballing since. But here's the wild twist. Out of nowhere, Aura got the all clear to splash those very same photos across the internet, flaunting Meghan like she was fronting an official campaign. And insiders are whispering that this didn't happen behind her back. They claim Meghan personally approved it. One fashion insider spilled that the hypocrisy couldn't be louder unless she wrote it in neon lights. And honestly, they're right. You can't tell the world you denied photo consent and then turn around and let a luxury label post those exact pictures like it's business as usual. The math just isn't mathing. Now, the internet's detectives are connecting the dots, frame by frame, and what they're uncovering isn't pretty. Meghan's carefully curated image, the one she's worked so hard to protect, is starting to slip. Her polished, perfect narrative is cracking, and the internet's watching every fracture unfold in real time.
Now make yourself cry. Yeah. Oh, I can do that so well. Oh my God, it's crazy. You're like, Meghan, one tear, left eye, go. Give me 3 seconds.
What was meant to be a power move, locking in that royal-style approval from a top-tier Italian fashion house while still keeping control over every photo, just totally backfired on Meghan. That Aura post has become Exhibit A in what people are calling the unraveling of the Sussex image. The brand got pulled right into a storm they clearly never saw coming, and now everyone's watching the fallout explode. The whole timeline reads like a masterclass in celebrity image control gone very wrong. Meghan and Harry showed up to Kris Jenner's star-studded party, a night that should have been casual, maybe even forgettable. But when the Kardashians' cameras start rolling, nothing stays private. That family doesn't just live life, they document every second of it, and they've built an empire doing exactly that. So, of course, the Kardashians snapped photos of every single A-lister in sight, including Meghan and Harry. Those pics didn't just sit in some private album either, they hit social media fast, giving fans a rare peek at the Sussexes mingling with Hollywood royalty. But before anyone could even hit save, the posts vanished, deleted quicker than anyone could refresh their feed. Suspicious timing, right? Then came People magazine, jumping in right away to set the record straight. Their piece claimed Harry and Meghan had checked the no photo consent box on the guest form, which supposedly explained why the Kardashians pulled everything down. The article made it sound simple, harmless, just a privacy thing. But for those who've been watching closely, it all felt way too neat, way too convenient. Something about that story just doesn't sit right. That tidy little explanation wrapped everything up like a perfectly tied bow. Case closed, right? Not even close. Now that Aura's post has surfaced, it's obvious there's way more happening behind that shiny PR curtain. The polished privacy story completely falls apart once you line it up next to the aura situation. Insiders say Harry and Meghan were polite but firm when they demanded that the Kardashian photos be taken down. No confusion, no back and forth, just pure authority. One insider even described the exchange as professional but crystal clear. Nothing, absolutely nothing, goes online without their personal thumbs up. Another person close to the Sussex camp said their operation runs like a fortress. Every photo, every tag, every public mention gets screened, approved, and stamped before it ever hits the web. This isn't standard celeb privacy. This is military-grade image control. Every step they take, every public moment, every post is mapped out and packaged for maximum impact. So here's the million-dollar question shaking up everyone who's watching. If Harry and Meghan were dead serious about no photos from that event, serious enough to make the Kardashians, the most powerful reality family alive, delete their posts, then how did Aura get a free pass to share those exact same pictures? Why was a luxury Italian fashion label allowed to do what the Kardashians couldn't? That's the part no one on Team Sussex wants to touch. People following this saga say the truth looks a lot more strategic than the palace of privacy they keep preaching. This doesn't look like protecting boundaries. It looks like playing the game, controlling the story, and doing it with precision. Meghan wanted it all: the prestige of a top-tier Italian fashion house, the spotlight from Aura's global audience, and the flawless image of herself glammed up in high-end luxury. But it's getting clearer every single day. The Sussex no-photo rule was never about hiding from attention. It was about controlling it, completely and unapologetically. Dressed to absolute perfection and addressed with those 3 royal letters, HRH. Meghan looked every inch the Hollywood Duchess she's been crafting for years. But here's the twist. She didn't want the Kardashians framing her story. She wasn't about to be a background extra in their social media empire, playing second fiddle in someone else's spotlight. Yeah, the Kardashian dynasty may rule with over 100 million followers combined, but Aura, though smaller, offered something way more valuable to Meghan: European luxury credibility. The kind of elegance and exclusivity that screams class, not clicks. And those 3 little letters, HRH, gave it all that irresistible touch of royal legitimacy. To Meghan, that's worth way more than raw follower counts. One commentator even joked, Meghan wants to eat her cake and have it too, but now the cake's all over her face. And honestly, they nailed it. The internet's got the receipts, the contradictions are everywhere, and that perfectly polished image she spent years curating is cracking fast. The real sting here isn't just the hypocrisy, it's what it exposes about how the Sussex brand plays the truth game. The double standard is loud, so bold, so out in the open that even some of Meghan's most loyal supporters are finding it hard to defend. On one side, we've got the official story being pushed through friendly media. Harry and Meghan just want privacy. They don't consent to photo sharing. They're simply protecting their family. Sounds noble, right? But then on the other side, boom, there's Aura's glossy, picture-perfect post. Polished, tagged, fully approved, flaunting Meghan in high-end designer fits, her royal title front and center. This isn't just a bad look. It's a full-blown PR train wreck. The internet's stunned, asking one big question: which version of Meghan are we even seeing anymore? Let's be real for a second. This whole contradiction lays everything bare. Meghan didn't object to those Kris Jenner party photos because of privacy. No way! She objected because she couldn't control them. Couldn't control how she'd look, who'd profit, or what kind of story those pictures would tell. When the Kardashians post, the spotlight's on their brand, their empire, their power, and Meghan wasn't about to play a background role in that show. But when Aura posted, suddenly it was all about her. Meghan's look, Meghan's style, Meghan's royal glow. The narrative was hers to command. And that version apparently was the only one that passed the Sussex approval test. The difference is crystal clear. One post fueled the Kardashian machine, while the other perfectly polished the Sussex image, and only one of those was ever meant to survive. This was never about privacy. It's about possession of the narrative, and that HRH moment, oh, that's the spark that set royal watchers on fire. For years, insiders have whispered about Meghan's rumored obsession with keeping that royal glow alive, even after walking away from palace life. Sure, she still legally holds the Duchess of Sussex title, but Her Royal Highness? That's a whole different story. The palace made it crystal clear when they stepped down. No more using HRH. But then, out of nowhere, an Italian luxury brand comes along and proudly addresses her with the full royal treatment, like nothing ever changed. One royal commentator didn't hold back, saying, Meghan wants all the perks of royalty without any of the duties. And honestly, that one stings because it sounds exactly like what's playing out right now. The rumor racing across the internet is ruthless but simple. Every move Meghan makes is about keeping that royal sparkle alive for her brand, even if it means bending the truth just enough to make it shine brighter. She didn't just allow Aura's post, she chose it. Every detail, every tag, every royal flourish was greenlit because it fit perfectly into her brand-building mission. Meghan wanted that sleek fashion credibility, that sophisticated royal recognition, and that picture-perfect image of a woman wrapped in Italian luxury. A modern duchess with designer power and global influence. What she didn't want, to be just another face in a Kardashian party clip, fading into a sea of influencers and reality stars. She wanted to stand above it, and for a moment, she did. According to insiders deep in the industry, that kind of pick-and-choose control reveals something way bigger. A bold streak of hypocrisy sitting right at the heart of the Sussex operation. One veteran publicist, who's been in the game for over 20 years, even called it the clearest case of wanting your cake and eating it too they've ever seen. And honestly, that might be the most accurate take yet. The whole Sussex brand was built on breaking free from the palace's tight grip, doing things their own way, reclaiming their story, and showing they could rise on their terms. But this time, that obsession with control might have pushed them straight into the trap they were trying to avoid. Instead of protecting their image, it's exposed the exact kind of double standard they've spent years denying. And no slick PR statement or polished press release can make this one disappear. The storm's too loud now. Here's the real shocker. Meghan clearly didn't see this backlash coming. What started as a calculated glam moment has spiraled into a full-blown media explosion. And right in the middle of it, Aura, the very fashion brand she teamed up with. The label that once looked like her perfect fit is now tangled in the chaos, dragged into headlines they never expected to see their name in. They didn't sign up for Kris Jenner's party drama, but now they're neck deep in it. Every story about Photogate pulls their brand name, Meghan's outfit, and that royal title right along for the ride. What was meant to be a shining PR triumph has turned into a fashion fiasco, and the fallout's only heating up. Every headline, every news alert, every viral thread breaking down the photo consent chaos keeps circling back to one thing: those black tie sandals. You can't escape them. And every online post calling out the Sussex hypocrisy is stacked with screenshots of Aura's now infamous post. What was supposed to be a sleek, classy celebrity endorsement has exploded into a full-blown PR inferno. One fashion analyst didn't sugarcoat it. They called it a textbook example of a celebrity partnership gone horribly wrong. The original goal was crystal clear. Have a duchess wear your designs, let that royal glow sprinkle luxury magic over your brand, and watch sales soar. The plan was that people would see Aura's sandals and clutches as the definition of modern royal glamour. Elegance, sophistication, and prestige all rolled into one. But instead, the total opposite happened. Now those same products are drenched in controversy, tangled up in contradictions, and tied to one of the year's messiest celebrity PR disasters. No marketing exec dreams of this kind of exposure. It's brand awareness, sure, but for all the wrong reasons. One scroll through the headlines says it all. For every glossy write-up that could have praised Aura's Italian craftsmanship or Meghan's chic, polished style, there are 10 more ripping into Photogate. From the so-called privacy rule to the double standards, the criticism is relentless. Fashion insiders are saying it straight. This is every brand's nightmare come to life. Instead of prestige and polish, Aura's caught in a storm that's rewriting the rulebook on celebrity partnerships. Aura got drama instead of glamour, gossip instead of glory. Their once exclusive name is now stamped all over a royal-sized controversy that no marketing team could have seen coming or contained. Sure, every brand wants buzz, but not like this. Not as Exhibit A in a public trial over credibility and control. One insider deep in Italy's elite fashion scene put it plain and sharp. Aura's probably having some very uncomfortable board meetings right now. Yeah, the exposure's massive, but the context? Absolutely catastrophic. Another industry veteran didn't hold back either, saying, "Luxury thrives on exclusivity and aspiration, and the second your label gets dragged into tabloid drama, both vanish overnight." And that's exactly what's happened here. The Aura name is now popping up beside words like scandal, controversy, and hypocrisy. That's not just bad press. That's brand damage that can take years to scrub clean. And here's the cruel twist. Aura technically did everything right. Their campaign followed the book to perfection. A genuine celebrity wore their designs to a Hollywood A-list party. They posted polished photos, tagged everything properly, boosted engagement. It was a marketer's dream until it morphed into a nightmare. The real problem wasn't the strategy, it was the star. The celebrity they picked came with way more baggage than any luxury brand could ever carry. What should have been a sparkling moment of fashion elegance has turned into a cautionary tale about what happens when image control, fame, and fashion collide. Now, whispers across Italy's fashion scene hint that Aura's top execs are in damage control mode, holding late-night crisis talks to figure out how to untangle themselves from this royal-sized disaster. Reports even claim they're quietly rethinking their entire relationship with the Duchess of Sussex, because this partnership, once golden, has turned radioactive overnight. Moving forward, the glitz faded to gloom fast. And for Aura, the cost of that royal association might end up being far steeper than anyone ever imagined. Every luxury brand across Europe is now watching the chaos unfold like a live case study and taking serious notes. Behind closed doors, the Aura experience has officially become a warning label in the fashion world, a flashing red flag for what happens when fame and control collide. Every potential collaborator is quietly running the numbers. Is the buzz Meghan brings really worth the backlash that follows? And the answer, whispered through luxury boardrooms from Milan to Paris, seems to be a cautious no. There's no formal blacklist, no public statement, just a silent understanding spreading through elite circles. Meghan Markle is becoming too risky, too demanding, and far too unpredictable. Insiders are murmuring that she's the kind of partner who wants total control, but ends up sparking the very kind of drama brands dread. Instead of elegance and prestige, her name now drags along a cloud of controversy wherever it goes. The shimmer of the Duchess effect has dimmed, and what's left is a PR puzzle no brand wants to solve. And here's the million-dollar question hanging in the air. Can Meghan even see it? Does she realize that her obsession with controlling every photo, every caption, every tag might be the thing unraveling her entire image? When she demands photo removals in one corner while approving identical ones in another, she's proving what many now suspect, that her principles might be more performance than truth. Fashion houses crave aspiration, not scandal. They sell fantasy, not friction. And Meghan's once flawless Hollywood meets royalty image is slipping faster than ever. The only thing left to watch is whether she can turn it all around before the luxury world quietly turns its back for good. If you found this breakdown eye-opening, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Your voice keeps these stories alive.